came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And that'll carry over the back line. The end zone for a touchback.
Green 18.
Walk tight. Tight is
Green 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. A throw over the middle taken in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Nice 50. Hey, let's get that roll.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 14-yard line. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Rodgers now to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Hey, exit. 54, right there.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, an inability to put any points up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers for Marshall, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 21-0 our score after 1. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. And again, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 54 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Third and long for Cousins. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On the ground, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big play there by Gordon. 67 yards on the ground. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He was brought down by Michael Davis. Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here they come, second and 10 now from the 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets this one rip. And got his man complete. The 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. Rodgers to his tight end, Graham, on a big one. 86 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
You got three down.
They run it again with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Mike 50. Come on, G.
Mike's 50.
Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Watch the defense. Hey, echo. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. The 20. 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Rodgers going to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he completes it to Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They run, Cook, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Hey, receiver.
Mike 54.
Yeah. You don't want none. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Yellow.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The leg work there, getting him to 1st. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatline.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And some room to maneuver. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's go, defense.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner.